When you're not afraid of death, only shows how much of you is already dead. And when the man no longer wants to die, but only wants everything to stop, it starts his breath, the voices inside his head, the noise of being alive. What name do we give to that kind of hunger? There's a version of me that shows up every day, does what's expected, smiles and jokes, and there's a version of me that sits in the dark afterward, hollowed out, wondering how long I can keep splitting myself in two. I died, I've been dead for years. My body has been my soul's coffin, a wooden frame of flesh, each bone a nail pinning me inside. My ribs are like a cage for ghosts, trapping all the screams no one hears. I walk through life like a procession, a funeral that never ends. People saying their condolences with empty words, but they don't realize this smile is just a wreath, like funeral flowers arranged to hide the decay beneath. My heartbeat is the toll of the bell, marking time until the final decay. And my breath is just the wind that passes over a grave no one visits. I feel like I'm fading from my own life. I do what I'm supposed to, wake up, smile sometimes, talk to people, but none of it feels real. It's like I'm watching someone else live through me. I laugh at the right time, say the right things, but it all feels so far away, like I'm mouthing words underwater. I don't even know if I'm sad anymore, I just feel gone. I only hope my last breath is not mistaken for just another attempt to live. I learned how it felt to be dead while still walking, to wear a heart that no longer beats, and a soul that no longer feels. What is death to a man whose soul died years ago? Some people are so dead inside, death doesn't even knock, it just closed the window. I am fine. If I means crying myself to sleep, if it means staying awake all night, staring into the ceiling at 3 a.m., contemplating the end. If it means wearing a smile while feeling dead inside, if it means pretending everything is okay when the world is crumbling, if it means hiding my pain behind layers of cheerfulness, if it means fighting silent battles and hiding the scars, it's a different kind of pain when you keep breathing, not because you want to, but because you haven't yet figured out how to stop without breaking the hearts of those you still care for. How broken must someone be to believe their death would finally bring others peace? How shattered must they be to think dying would somehow stop their own pain? How are you? I say I'm fine. The word tastes like dust, like graves on my tongue. I laugh brittle as bone, so you won't hear the rattle beneath. I smile hollow as an open casket, so you won't see the rot inside. Inside I'm already gone, inside I'm buried under my own skin. No one notices the cold, no one hears the last heartbeat fade. I keep saying I'm fine, because the truth is a death sentence, because no one mourns the living, because fine is easier than admitting I'm already dead. You don't know pain until you melt on the cold floor, arms wrapped around yourself, shaking so violently it feels like your bones might break, until you press your trembling hands against your mouth to stifle the sobs, to keep the sound from spilling into the world. Because if anyone heard, you'd have to explain the unexplainable, and in that pit of despair you beg God to make it stop, to end the pain that has sunk so deep that your whole body ache. When there is too much rain, call it flood. the alarm rings, and I just stare, wishing I could stay buried under the covers. I drag myself up, my body aching and my soul numb. Chords pile up like the thoughts in my head, dishes screaming in the sink. The floor needs cleaning, but so does my heart, and I don't know where to start. If I could go back to the day they asked me what I wanted to be when I grow up, I wouldn't say a doctor or an engineer. I'd simply say I wanna be happy, to live freely without having to survive.